Hi, my name is Maria Lloyd, and I am the CEO and founder of a marketing firm named Opens Clicks Cash. I'm also the author of a book titled Words Are Wealth, and I'm on a personal mission to help as many small business owners as possible reach their first six figures in business. If that mission resonates with you, I want to invite you to come along with me on this journey by simply liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and making sure that you hit that notification bell so that way you'll know when we post new content. Whether you're in the United States or abroad, you are well aware that this is a big, big, big election year for the United States president. What we're going to do today is take a look at each candidate's marketing efforts, more specifically as it relates to email marketing. Let me just first say, just to give a disclaimer, I am not here to promote one candidate over the other. So I'm literally just taking a look at each person's or each candidate's email marketing efforts, and we're going to just break it down and see what you can learn from what they're doing. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is look at the consistency of the emails, meaning like how often are these presidential candidates sending emails. So I'm going to actually start from July 1st. Today's date is July 5th, 2024. So let's just look at how many emails have been sent since July 5th as it relates to since July 1st as it relates to the Biden campaign. So we have one, two. Okay, so we have about 21 emails that have been sent between July the 1st, 2024, up until present, which is July the 5th. And as you can see, I've already gotten one email from the Biden administration or the campaign for president as of today, July the 5th. Okay, so as you can see here, we have on the 1st of July, there were 3 emails sent. On the 2nd of July, whoa, looks like we got a ton of emails there. One, two, three, four, five, six emails in one day on July the 2nd. On July the 3rd, it looks like we got 5 emails. And then on July 4th, we got 5 emails once more. And again, we'll have to see what the rest of today holds, but so far just one for today. So, okay, when it comes to consistency, I would have to give the Biden administration an A+ with their email marketing efforts because they are consistently sending emails. They're consistently showing up in the inbox. Those of us who are in the space know that 99% of email users check their email every single day. So just by merely showing up, it really means a lot. And so the Biden campaign for president is doing a really great job of showing up in the inbox. So A+ on that. Now let's look at a few of these. I want to click on some of these emails. So this is one that was covering the Supreme Court. And so for those of you who are unaware, one of the main things that I talk about in my book, Words Are Wealth, is the cute content strategy. And the cute content strategy is an acronym, and the C stands for current news, the U stands for urgent news, the T for tips and advice, and E for events. And I do have a video where I talk about each one in more detail. But I will have to say, I think that this is really good that the Biden administration acted very quickly as it related to the Supreme Court ruling. Okay, so as you can see here in the subject line, the Supreme Court just gave Trump what he wanted. And they talk about the Supreme Court ruling. And of course, the call to action is to go ahead and donate to the campaign so that they can beat the Donald Trump, sorry. So with that being said, again, really great job with pushing out that information once that news was released. So that is urgent for this constituency. And so this is good. And so the next email, I'm reading the subject lines here. The American people have seen who Donald Trump is. So that's another one, subject line. And I just want to click on, again, I'm just going to click on some of these. So you can also see that the copy in each one of these emails It's a pretty good length of copy. So, and then there's diversity in terms of images, very consistent with the call to action. This is very, very good. I mean, this one gets straight to the point. I love, love, love the personable communication in these emails. Folks, the subject line says it all and it gets straight to the point. I think that's really, really cool. So, again, I will say though, with the subject line, some of these could be a little more compelling, like this one, failing to fight back could have catastrophic consequences. I think there's a better way to communicate that. Um, yeah, so I just would probably work on the subject lines a little bit more. Like this one, this subject line is long. It's just like, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like I like to keep my subject lines to like 10 words max. And so this one has like 15. The subject line is way, way, way too long. And I do see a lot of focus on the Trump campaign. And to that end, I mean, again, I guess to some degree it makes sense because if your constituency, if this is one of their primary concerns, and you have to speak to their concerns. But I also would venture to say that a lot of the concerns that the American people have, especially those that are supporting um, President Biden, is that they're looking for ways to, cut down the interest rates or looking for better ways to afford essentials like gas for their vehicles to get to and from work, food, groceries, things like that. I mean, so I do think that there should be more emphasis on some of the day-to-day issues that affect the constituency. But again, I mean, if this is one of the primary issues that this constituency has, which is they're nervous that Trump will win, then I can understand why they're focusing on that. Another thing I want to point out here is another example of current news. So if you watch the POTUS debate, you know that there is some concern with regard to Joe Biden's health, his ability to run the country given his age. And so I do like the fact that in this subject line, he addresses that objection, that concern that maybe his constituents have. I'm not going to say maybe, this is absolutely a concern that his constituency has, by and large, since that first debate. So, he addresses that. I'm running. And that's straight to the point, letting his constituency know that he is running. I want to also point out how the font changes here. It gets, larger for the call to action. I think that's very clever. Look at the use of bold font. I mean, really good job by this administration's marketing team. They're doing a really, really good job. One thing I will say though, as some constructive feedback, is that I do recommend, instead of just referring to people as folks, personalizing these communications a bit better. I think that would go a long way. So I am quite shocked that I'm not seeing where there is personalization in these emails. Like at no point am I being referred to by my name. And I think that's a little weird. If you're showing up in my inbox and you're not like speaking directly to me, that I think, yeah, that's strange. So I will say personalization needs to be like used a lot here. There's a lot of information missing. Okay, so this is interesting because it looks like I got the same email almost. You notice that I have the same subject line. The only difference is this one has the ellipses. This one does not. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder, well, you know what? Maybe what what the folks on this campaign trail decided to do is that if the contact did not click on a link in the email, maybe they decided to just send that email again, which is very common. So I don't see anything wrong with that. So yes, so that's the Biden administration.
your